Alright guys, it's a sad day. Been a while for me since I have made a video. Just didn't have the heart to do it because season was over. Deer season was over. I went in the slump, just trying to figure out what was next. Life's gotten busy, and today we have finally got an opening to go back down on our lease at the river, and we're going to go remove some tree stands. This is always a sad day for me, but it is a day that we can kind of reinvest back into another hunting season that could be coming up. We know where our stands are located. We know if they were productive or successful. We know that there might have been limbs that were in our way. We didn't want to do any cutting because we didn't want to disturb the deer at the time. So now is the time. I have a chainsaw. I have some loppers. I have some hand pruners. We're going to go in, and every tree stand that we are taking down, we're going to improve that area for next year. So hopefully next year we won't have those limbs and vines that are going to be in our way. We won't deflect that bullet when we try to harvest another trophy in these areas. So it's a maintenance time. So we're going to go in today. We're going to do some maintenance, and we're going to show you some things that we've done before we go in. It's pretty warm. We have already had some snakes crawling, and where we are in the south central area of the United States, it is up to 80, and old no shoulders and the no-see-ums are out. So we're going to tell you how to be prepared for those, show you how we are prepared for those so that we don't get eaten alive or bit before we come out of our hunting areas. Plus, we do have turkeys in this area. Turkey season is looming. It is directly ahead of us, and we are going to be looking for signs of turkeys, of either hearing the turkeys, seeing the scratchings. We're going to be looking. So come on, we're getting close. We're fixing to go in, take these tree stands down. We're going to show you the maintenance side, and we're going to show you how to be prepared for going in the woods when it's warm. Let's talk we're in the woods. It's warm, it's over 80 degrees. What do you do to protect yourself? Way back several months ago, I learned a very, very valuable lesson. We were actually at Black Warrior National Forest, Black Warrior Management Area. I went in not thinking about it, thinking about no-see-ums. What is no-see-ums? No-see-ums are chiggers, black gnats, anything that will bite you, suck blood, inject poison in you that you can't see. So you can't go out and slap it, you can't stomp it, you can't do anything. So here is the most valuable lesson that I've ever learned. When I came home from Black Warrior several months ago, I was completely, almost eaten alive. I had so many bites on me from my chest down to my ankles. So right there, a valuable lesson. You know, life lessons are the easiest ones to learn, especially when you suffer through them. And I suffered through that probably 2 to 3 weeks before all those bites finally subsided. But this is Sawyer's permethrin. This is it's you know, okay, it is expensive, 15 to 20 bucks. Yeah, for a little bottle of spray. But let me tell you, is the suffering worth 15 or 20 bucks? Absolutely not. So every piece of equipment and clothing that I have on today has been sprayed with Sawyer's because the no-see-ums are out. I would highly recommend that you check into this stuff, this permethrin. You spray it on your clothes, you wet your clothes, you let them up, you hang them up to dry, and it is good for 6 washings. I highly recommend this stuff. I live by this stuff in the summertime, whether it is out scouting, taking tree stands down, turkey hunting, especially when you go to sit on the ground, fishing. If I'm in the swamp, if I'm on the river, I am going to have my clothes saturated with Sawyer's permethrin. Another thing, simple, DEET. DEET, you get ticks, the same thing, the chiggers, the biting flies, the black gnats, anything. So where I have my clothing sprayed with permethrin, then I bring my DEET with me, and it is nothing but, you've heard people say maybe off or repel. This is a repel brand. Listen, there again, that stuff stinks. I don't want it on me. Well, do you want to suffer? And I just don't like suffering at the end. And we have running water. Take a shower when you get home. It's great, but here's the deal. You're going to relax that afternoon or that night. You're going to sleep comfortably, but you're not going to be scratching all those no-see-ums and those bugs that try to eat you alive. So, 2 things. DEET, permethrin. Boone highly recommends these. All right. We're getting ready to load up. We're going to go in. We're going to get our first tree stand down. And if you'll remember back, and you've looked back at some of these videos, and you've watched my videos, the buck hole. We're going into the buck hole first. That is the most obtrusive place to get into. It is the deepest into the woods. Like I said, we're going to go in there with open eyes. Every step that we take, there is some no shoulders in there. Well, and then I know some of you are scratching your head saying, what is he talking about, no shoulders? No shoulders are snakes. We have a very bad problem around here with timber rattlers. We do have some eastern diamondbacks in this place, and we are infested with water moccasins and cottonmouths and copperheads. So we don't, you know, I don't want to go in and get snake bit today and have to go to a hospital, get antivenom, or not make it out. So we have a trusty Rusty with us. I have a single shot shotgun that is an older gun. I don't mind beating it up a little bit. I don't do it on purpose, but we take that with us just in case. That is our snake charmer, if you want to call it that. So if you're going to go in the woods when it is warm and you're going to be prepared for anything that comes against you, it's best to go ahead and plan ahead. So we have planned ahead, and now you're going to see us. We're going to go in. We're going to do, maybe we do some cutting when we get the tree stands down. But we're going to go in and do some things that we won't do during hunting season. We're going to go in and make a mess. We might trim some limbs up, and we're going to disturb the area. But here's the deal. We're after hunting season. Oh yeah, and by the way, we may even find some sheds, because I still have a camera on the buck hole, and I've had a buck that has come through there, been coming through there for a couple of weeks now, that doesn't have but one side of his antler. Has one antler on. So hey, it's a bonus. We may be able to find a shed today. So we're getting ready to head out. Y'all come on. We're going to go. Alright guys, we are not hunting, but we are going to climb trees. So if you're going to climb trees, what's the difference between hunting and taking tree stands down? You're going to be off the ground. You're going to be climbing a tree. Would you be safe during hunting season? Why would you not be safe while you're taking your tree stands down? Because guess what? that same fall that you'll take during hunting season, you can take out of hunting season. So when you go in, don't take safety for granted. Be safe. Get that tree stand down. Be successful and safe doing it. And go home. Okay. Safety harness is on. I got old trusty Rusty, snake charmer. We are ready to head into the buck hole. Let's go. Okay, so a little bit of cutting that I was going to do in the buck hole. Our actual buck hole is directly behind the camera. This way is where our tree stand was and where the deer are accessing the buck hole, coming out of some thick planted pines at the top of the hill. Well, when I would get in the tree stand, I could not directly see the scrape, and deer were everywhere in here. So it was a pick and choose type deal, but I could not see them directly when they came to the scrape. So what we're going to do is I'm going line of sight from the tree stand to here. And we're going to take out a couple of trees. We're not going to take out all of them. We're going to take out a couple of trees. We're going to drop them so that we've got better access and better view next year when we set our tree stand up on the buck hole. Alright guys, it's been a long day. I had 4 lock-ons that we had to get out. Buck hole was the worst. Had a couple on the riverbank. And here we are. We're at the last one. We got the Millennium up behind us. This is the last tree stand that I will take down this year. Of course, we have some ladder stands that are up, and those ladder stands, we'll just loosen the straps on those. They're in ideal locations. That's why they're there, so we don't move them. Those are more or less permanent stands for us. We will take those down when and if they start to rust, or when they become unsafe. And then when they start to rust, we'll take them down, we'll take them home, we'll bead blast them, paint them, and put them right back up. So you've been through the process with me today, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I love being in the woods, guys. I love being in the woods, ladies. This is there is no I don't hear any sirens, I don't hear any car horns, I don't hear anything but wind, birds, just total peace. Kind of like this is how God made it. And this is what I enjoy about it, even though it's been work today. But we have turkey season is coming up. I actually did see a hen today. I have not heard any gobbles, and I've only seen one turkey, but they're here. So that's coming. It's getting pretty close. Also, we've been on the riverbank, and I've been watching the river, looking at it, dreaming about fishing. Catfish, bluegill, shell cracker, red bellies, you name it. Dreaming about fishing now too. So I love the outdoors, and I hope that we can continue to bring you into the outdoors with us. So we're fixing to climb up this last tree, get this last stand down, and get out of here.